Hi, my name is Nicole Hayes and I live in Dubuque, and I am here to talk to you today about Easy Peasy all-in-one homeschool.com, which is the curriculum that we choose to use. We have used it for 5 years now and we absolutely love it. And I'm excited to be able to share it with you, and actually just to even be asked. What an honor. To even be considered somewhat of a veteran homeschool is silly to me, because I feel like we're really just getting started and we're really just getting into our groove. So, like I said, to be even asked to just explain how we do anything is an honor. So thank you, Homeschool Iowa, and Jen Warren specifically, because you're the one that reached out to me. So anyway, this is Homeschool Iowa's Homeschool Hop, and this is Easy Peasy, which is what we're using. Easy Peasy is a traditional style homeschool curriculum that is available online and offline. And here is the website. I feel pretty fancy showing you this because I wrote it backwards. Hopefully the camera isn't going to actually flip it again for you. But Easy Peasy is the name of the website, and Easy Peasy is the name of the curriculum. All-in-one homeschool.com is the name of the website. Sorry for the handwriting. Again, I wrote it backwards. But so that is how you, on that website right there, you're actually going to access, that's the about page, the how to use page, and videos, which are so important to use. I see so many first timers like diving into this curriculum, not knowing how to use it. And if you'll just click that how to use button, it's super, super helpful, I promise. But that's also where you'll find the scope and sequence, the placement guides for where to, place your child. Whether you are a first-time homeschooler, or you're coming from another curriculum to this one. Maybe you're looking for something that doesn't cost as much, but is also completely thorough, which is what Easy Peasy is. There are 3 ways that you can use Easy Peasy. The first one is to use it online. That was the way that it was originally created, was for it to be solely used online, like the learning portion, and then there are options for offline use. Let me show you, that hurt. Let me show you this first way of doing it. So another website, when you're on this all-in-one homeschool.com page, under the about section is a how to use page in the website. That will link you over to something called myepassignments.com. Let me show you what that is. That's what I have pulled up right here. I'm actually going to lower it just a little bit. There we go. This is the website. This is kind of the automatic version of how to use Easy Peasy and how to access the education and the learning for your child or your student once they start or once they're ready to start learning. It does take a little setup on you, the parent, the educator's part. My son's name is Braxton. That's what you'll see here. And this is actually the very end of his school year. We have already stopped for the summer. He did have a few things that he needs to continue, but we are complete with the education part. The last 15 to 20 days of Easy Peasy's curriculum mostly are big projects or book reports, research projects, that sort of thing. And so that's what you see here. Is that too close? I think that's too close. I'm trying to get you where you can just see the computer and not my dirty windows. Sorry about that. Anyway, so this is the parents settings page. Again, this is where you need to spend a little time on that first website, that Easy Peasy all-in-one homeschool. If I do it that way, yeah. Let me just keep showing that to you. Easy Peasy all-in-one homeschool.com. If you spend some time on that page and you find out where your student should be, that's where you kind of get to this. So on this is the parents setting page. Now, students can't access this. So if you have kind of a sneaky student, you might want to kind of pay attention to them. But my child's pretty trustworthy right now. So I just really don't mess with this. But You know what? I wonder if I'm able to add a new page, a new kiddo. Anyway, long story short. Oh, hey, this is new. I didn't know I did that. How cool. All right. So on this page, I set up Braxton's day. When we finished last Friday, he was on like school day 166. And then for his language arts, he was on day 161, which I'm actually going to use. Well, anyway, 161 history, 166 music, week 31. It's got all of the, there is a day or, goodness, my words are tripping. There is an assignment every week for your optional classes, music, art, PE, that sort of thing. But then there's your core classes, which are reading, language arts, math, science, and then of course history. Oh, there's also Bible, computer. All of these right here are the different courses that are available in Easy Peasy. And you can add them as you go. The way that Easy Peasy works, let me go ahead and just click into his actual day. This would be like the setup. If I were to add, I can add reading to his courses. See, it just quickly added it there. I can add math in. I can add even Bible. Would just pop in there, kind of like that. If I didn't want him to do Old Testament, but I wanted him to do one of the other options for Bible. Again, that's found over on the All-in-One Homeschool website. I would just click this. New Testament's another option. The poetic books, and then the prophetic books. This gets up into the high school area for Bible. These are electives. That's the word I want. These are electives, so you can use them anytime you want to. For the sake of this, I'm just going to leave it in the Old Testament. Same thing with language arts. Let's say your student is ahead in reading. Braxton's in 5th grade. He is a strong reader. He's an aggressive reader. So in his free reading, he picks larger chapter books. But for his school reading, I choose to keep him on grade level. Now, when we were in 1st grade, he was reading at a 3rd grade level. And so I placed him there. And it's pretty simple to do that by just clicking, again, the next button. So Braxton could be on reading 7, which is equivalent to a grade 7. Easy Peasy is an aggressive curriculum. So, and all of the reading are old classics. Think Treasure Seekers. Think Pollyanna. Think Black Beauty, for example. You're not going to be reading a lot of new literature. You're going to read a lot of the old classics, and sometimes the classics aren't even available to find online. Okay, anyway, for your student, you pick what you want, and then when you're ready to go, down at the bottom and also up at the top, you can go to the students page. Now, this is what your student would actually see, would be this right here. Again, this is for the online only or the dual portion where you use online and offline, which is how we do it. So whenever Braxton was ready for his school day, he would come in here and click language arts, and it would take him immediately over to the language arts assignment page, which I don't know if you notice. Let me move the camera. But do you see? Now we're over on that all-in-one homeschool.com webpage, which is actually where all of the schooling is. So on day 161, the big assignment for language arts is to write a novel in grade 5, which is actually what Braxton's been doing for weeks now. He's been writing a novel. But that's the assignment. Here's a really big day. For day 156, you were to print and fill out the chapter list. I don't know if you can tell, but it's hyperlinked there. And so he would click on that and do the assignment. You can print from your home printer, or you can choose to purchase some offline workbooks, which I have. I'm going to move the camera right here. This is one of the offline workbooks. And obviously it says printables. Everything that should be printed, you can order in a little book. This is not, it's not very many pages. And I think it's like $6 to $10 per workbook, per section of printables. It's a whole lot easier than buying ink every single day. And so this was day 156. And so you can see in the book, it's exactly the same thing. And so he was working on creating his novel. And that was the assignment for that day. So he was just to close out, and it tells you step by step. At this point in our school career, Braxton is used to doing this. So he can just read this. I don't know if you remember from the beginning of my video, if you saw all the stuff on the back wall, I spent a lot of time with him in our classroom explaining things more. I'm an over-explainer, as you've probably learned, but you don't have to go into it. This is sufficient enough. Now, I talked about doing things online and offline. That's how we do both. It's how we do language arts. It's how we do history, science. We do a conglomeration, a collaboration, if you will, of the two different, styles of Easy Peasy online and offline. So that's language arts. You can do it with every single, there's Old Testament. That'll take you to day 1 of the Old Testament. My computer's a little slower today. But day 1. Now you will see that there's a level 1 through 4 and a level 5 through 8. If you choose to get on here and kind of peruse the website, you'll find that for Bible, for any of the electives, let me backpedal. For anything that is not a core class is reading, language arts, and math. Those are set up to do like daily work. For example, this is a math workbook for 5th and 6th grade. It's aggressive. Math is very aggressive. They are doing pre-algebra, which we have a a friend who's a high school teacher, math teacher here in Dubuque, and he was like, he's doing what now? Which I always find, exciting. But math, language arts, reading, have lesson 116, lesson 89. Every single day there's a lesson, but it's only for, this was math step 1, which is now math 5-6. It's the same thing, but you can see the big numbers on here. I'm going to move you a few more times. But when you get into the histories, the sciences, of course, Bible, which I just showed you, those are sectioned off into levels. Sometimes they're called level L and level M. I think it's been reworded now to level 5-8 or level 1 through 4. Now I'm going to turn you back around. You can see that here. For example, the levels 1 through 4 and the levels 5 through 8. The books that I don't choose to purchase the workbooks for everything. I only purchase the printables for everything. So I don't have to spend all day printing things. What I just showed you was the history. Portion. I'll let it go. If you let it go, it'll just jump right there. Otherwise, you have to manually scroll down or search on the page. So, for example, if we go to just page 9 or day 9 of the school year, right here, day 9. For level 1, of course, at the beginning of the year, he was learning about, this would be ancient history is what they were learning about. For this year, there's ancient history, modern history, geography, and I honestly don't know the name of the other one. History. Ancient, early American, geography, and modern histories. Those are the 4 types over there. So, anyway, when you go down to page 9, the assignment was to do the King Tut notebook page. You can read about King Tut, and that will take you to a link, another website online. And then these are just like treasures that you could see from there. That's for like the lower levels, grades 1 through 4 typically. Or if you look at like level 5 through 8, which we bounce back and forth between the two. With Braxton being in 5th grade, sometimes the material is a little aggressive for him, or it's too much. And so I have found that I tend to like bounce between the two levels. Sometimes I'll have him do everything on that day. So levels 1 through 4 and levels 5 through 8. Page 9, that was way back at the beginning. That seems a long time ago. Was just to read about the homes, the daily life, and the women in ancient Egypt, and then just to write about the page, write about some of the things. Please ignore my son's handwriting. It's terrible. But he does really good work. And so for the homes, he read about it, and then he kind of just summarized it. Same for the women, and then same for the children, which is, the assignment was daily life, but, I kind of modified it. When you get to the end, or on day 8, the day before, was just kind of a fun assignment that he had to use some hieroglyphics and do that. Anyway, that's kind of how we use it. The curriculum as a whole, you can purchase these books offline. Some of the core classes like math, reading, and language arts have a parent's guide, which are nice if you have no idea what you're doing, or you yourself need like a refresher course. Math Step 1, which is now called Math 5-6, is kind of hard, and not hard. Let me rephrase. I needed a refresher. And so, it's nice. It tells you what your child is doing for the day. This is the worksheets that they have. And then this is kind of like an explanation of what they're learning, which is always kind of nice too. And so this is one way you can go completely offline, is to get these books, and then the big giant workbook, and they're very clearly labeled. This is workbook versus just the printables. So, which you can find all of that again on the Easy Peasy all-in-one homeschool.com curriculum. It is, webpage. It is a 180-day curriculum, but it does spend like the last 20 days. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. It does spend the last 20 days or so kind of doing reviews or big giant projects sort of thing. So if you ever have any questions, I am always happy to kind of walk through more of the curriculum. I absolutely love it. We've used it for 5 years. I think I said that, from preschool all the way now through 5th grade. So I am more than happy to talk to you, to chat with you through Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger. I'm over there on that. But yeah, feel free to reach out. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks again, Homeschool Hop, for, having me briefly explain. I hope it made sense. We love Easy Peasy. And I love that it's free. I love that I can use it absolutely online, but I also love that I can take these really high quality workbooks, printable pages. I can take them like on the road. So we can do school on the road. We can do school, outside. I don't have to be stuck in front of the computer all day. So anyway, y'all have a good day. Thank you.